bucket ass. Could you move this motherfucker out the way? Come on, man. So don't find your R. Kelly dude though. Don't get.
Oh my God.
Who can piss on you?
So the controversial. Is that how you say it? Controversial.
No, the mentally ill.
Yeah, mentally
Robert
Kelly. Can't say that.
Robert Kelly, because it's not R. Kelly.
No, the Pied Piper.
Piper.
Yeah, I never.
Pied Piper. This is a distinction. I'm going to separate me. I'm going to separate the artist from Robert Kelly. Is his real name?
I call him Pimp.
I just learned his name was Robert Kelly throughout this documentary.
And I'm sorry, I still listen to R. Kelly. I'm sorry, I like his music.
I mean, you know.
And I've known that he beat on a girl. How many years ago that was?
Like, I heard that he did that, but I didn't know that he
I saw the
really
video. I watched it.
I mean, I wish
did. Did you like it?
I wish I could get peed on. I wouldn't want to get peed on.
I wish I could do that. I'm jealous.
Well, Dexter, my dog, pees on women too.
No,
so
you got a little mini R. Kelly. You know, he's a dog too.
I can't be against R. Kelly.
On a more serious tip, what he did as a man, a sick individual, I can't excuse that. I don't agree with that. And that is a problem. That's a problem in the world that a lot of people deal with to this day. Sexual predators.
Right.
And a lot of females in high school, middle school, we mature faster than our counterparts. Faster than the middle school boy that's, immature, not developed yet, not hit puberty yet, and we are full bosom and butt and hips. And at 15 years old, I'm looking like a 19, 20-year-old. And so, of course, we attract older guys.
But do you...
Pedophile.
Do you... Okay, you
and so that's the thing. Are they pedophiles?
But the thing is, you said that, your bodies may mature. Mine did not mature. But
I was 15 years old, and I was walking with my mom to Walmart, and an old guy, turned around and looked at me, and he was like, "Sir, my child, 15 years old, my child, 15 years old." My mom was right there, and she spoke up on my behalf, because had I been by myself, it would have been an old man hitting on me, a 15-year-old little girl.
That's it.
So my thing is, those are pedophiles, but as a teenager, I was dating older guys. So that's the big controversy now.
So
are those pedophiles?
So as a teenager, you were dating older guys. Mm-hmm. So you've been interested in older guys, like how much older?
Like when I was 16, 17, I was dating 24-year-olds.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I don't think that's uncommon. Do you think that's uncommon?
That was common when I was 15. When I was 16, 17.
So you've never dated a younger girl?
No.
Not even in high school?
No. I always dated my age or a year under me or a year older than me.
Okay. So these are my thoughts on the R. Kelly situation. I know I have a lot of people that think like, oh my gosh, how you're a woman and you don't believe and you're not.
I hate that voice.
I know.
And you're not like sympathetic, blah blah blah.
Are you?
No.
I didn't watch it, so I'm not.
Did you watch the documentary?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't.
But I know he peed on a girl that was supposed to be young years ago. But I still listen to his music. But go ahead.
But wait, okay, so I watched episode 1 and 2, kind of, because I was falling asleep. I told y'all I'm always tired. I was falling asleep, and I was just like, the whole time I was like, oh, will they stop? Like, what? It was just like, some of them were, to me, just scorned women. And,
Women.
They are women now.
Okay.
I don't know what they was back then, but they are women now. I do believe that every last one of them dealt with R. Kelly. I don't think that it's a secret or whatever of them dealing with R. Kelly. But some of the things, because I'm telling you guys, I only watched episode 1 and 2. So some of the things that I actually saw was what I heard. Because social media played a big part in me wanting to even indulge in watching this show. So some of the things that I heard was that, oh, he manipulated them and he knew better and they were never got the clear understanding on exactly how old R. Kelly was when he was dealing with these females. Like, I didn't know. They were kind of saying their ages. Keep in mind, only 2 episodes. They were kind of saying their ages, but I never got the notion of knowing how old he was in comparison to them. Because I know, even though it may not be right, that 16-year-olds, I didn't. Let's just put that out there. I was too scared to do anything with anybody of any age. So it's not like I was doing anything with anybody of any age in high school. but there's 16. You just heard somebody say
I graduated high school at 16. 17 years old, I'm dating adults. 16 years old, I was dating adults.
Correct, but back then, it was kind of like, even now, that I think it's still okay for, not saying okay, like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but people do it. Kids, girls date older guys, and that's just how it's been.
Example, Kylie Jenner. She's a celebrity. She dates older guys publicly.
Yes, I like older men. She's
16, 17.
I thought said she's
No, I ain't supposed to. She only been with 3.
She rich. I know that.
She's rich, and she was 16 years old dating Tiger. So that's just how it was.
She was 16.
Yeah, and they were all cool with it. The Kardashians, they know.
I mean, but how old was Tiger? Like 22,
21,
21. Okay, like that's not.
To
me, I don't see that as being a big of a difference. But as far as the R. Kelly thing, I was not under the impression that he really took advantage, and he really took advantage of these women, basically. I've heard a lot of, he manipulated them, or he knew better because they were younger and he was older. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly is mentally ill. Yes. Whenever you are mentally ill, you are not thinking on the same level as your age. Mm-hmm. And he's a man. I think men are slower than women anyway.
Just women are more advanced.
Women are more advanced than that. So, but now that he has that mentally ill thing going, because I was speaking with my therapist. We'll get into that another day.
But men are more mentally ill than women.
No, she said no. Women are more advanced.
Oh, advanced.
Women are more advanced.
No. Oh, R. Kelly
we have our intuition.
R. Kelly is R. Kelly is.
We just slower.
Yeah.
No, I ain't say y'all slow. We just
y'all are slower in some areas, but as far as knowing
we don't
your
need a therapist though.
Wow,
y'all are not open to therapists.
I love my therapist, and he's not open to having a therapist, but I love my therapist. He saved my life.
But I do go to therapy.
Thank you. God is my therapist, but I do
pay somebody.
He's my therapist.
We all need somebody to talk to.
We all need somebody to talk to. Somebody that's non-judgmental, and
just sit on CouchTAILS.
Come
to
CouchTAILS.
Because I'm not a therapist at all, but I talk to you about your life, and I'm gonna tell you how it is.
Right.
But
100%.
Let me say this, because I think whenever I had this discussion with my therapist in real life, he was telling me that his thoughts on it, and I was telling him my thoughts, and I was like, I'm not sure if I even want to share this with you guys, because I know how everybody on social media is really in their feelings behind this situation. And people think, and I see a lot of on social media about people saying, you can tell a lot about somebody on if they're still listening to R. Kelly. And if this person still listens to R. Kelly, or blah, 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 R. Kelly, if you still support R. Kelly, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, I've never been into celebrities. So I never followed the trend of knowing if I heard that he peed on somebody. I thought it was funny. I'm like, what the fuck? He peed on somebody. But I didn't know that he peed on an underage person. Like, I kind of heard of him doing that stuff, but I never investigated in it. But now that these people that came out with a 6 episodes of...
I thought it was 3.
6.
Dang.
6 episodes of people talking about him, talking about their experience with him or whatever. And the ones that I've listened to, even his wife, who recently made a post on Instagram, listening to her baby daddy music, as she said, on IG or whatever. Like, It's
I'm
crazy.
supposed to stop listening to my
Like,
that music.
I know how to separate this man from. I know how to separate Robert Kelly from R. Kelly, because R. Kelly is the artist that I've gotten to know, and his music is bomb. I mean, his music is bomb, and I don't know the struggles that he's been through, and now it's kind of coming out because I've seen his brother said on the Shade Room that
was tough to listen to.
That his sister molested them,
and his brother.
Him and his brother, at like 6 and 10.
That was tough.
But look at what they said though. You stupid. I know you.
But I mean, that was
What?
30 years ago, and
his brother was on. Let me tell you what the brother said. The brother was like,
this is hard.
they ate like he made the
You
sister
understand
was
that?
like licking the sister.
Wait, what?
The sister made them at how old? 6 years old.
6 and 10.
The boy, the older
older
brother,
and R. Kelly and Robert. She told them to kiss their private, kiss her private part, and she was like, lick it fast, lick it harder, lick it fast. And they were 6 and 10. And she was like, I want to say 16 years old. Or whatever. I think it was 16 years old.
So it sounds like their whole family.
Yeah,
he's been molested. I want to say it's been more than just his sister. So he's been molested at a younger age. Because I did see on the documentary where he was saying that he had to experience. He had those feelings that he shouldn't have had at a younger age. He's like, he shouldn't have even been thinking about that. So he's openly said that, you know, he's been molested at a younger age, and that most likely plays an effect on him because, you know, growing up,
he never healed. I don't think he ever healed.
He's never healed, but he's never spoken out. Like he wasn't as comfortable with speaking out about it. And it's often that a lot of
men,
women, anybody, like real victims, they do not know that they don't feel comfortable with coming to somebody and speaking out about it. I, for one, I have been molested, and it was just recently that I wasn't of age. I wasn't a teenager or anything like that, so I didn't have to. It wasn't like I went there and I took my swimsuit off. It wasn't nothing like that. I was younger. I was not nowhere near a teenager, and it was just recently, within the last couple of years, that I got a notification that the man that was a trusted figure in our life that did that to us was actually wanted in my home state for the same thing, for somebody coming out with him. And keep in mind, like, that was like at least 20 years ago for me. But I've never really, I remember speaking out about it once, and I kind of told one of my sisters, and she was kind of like, you're lying. Like, she didn't say you're lying, but she wasn't like,
didn't believe you. And that was,
I'm not gonna say she didn't believe me, it just didn't go no further.
Right.
It didn't go any further than what it went through. Come to find out, I had another relative experience the same thing. And I just kind of like shut it off and like did whatever. But at times, even in my adult life, and I think it has affected me with progressing in my adult relationships with, you know, having sex, engaging in intercourse, because of those things that I dealt with back then from a man. And it was kind of like, ugh. So, but I was underage. But I still, even though I went through that experience, and I've had the experience of a man telling me, like, look, if you do this, I'm going to give you this. If you do that, I'm going to give you that. The manipulation. I made a choice. And I have to know, because at this time.
As an adult?
As a teen.
Oh, as a teen.
As a teen. And I mean, I don't know how old really. I think back then, we were mentally slower than the ones that's coming up now, because they are just so advanced. Like, teenagers nowadays are doing things that I wouldn't do. As a 25-year-old
woman do.
Yeah, that I wouldn't do right now as a grown woman. So, but I do think it's important that if any of the women that were on the documentary have really suffered from R. Kelly's, Robert's doings that they seek help. They need to seek therapy. They need to speak through it, because I find it strange that these people are of a certain age now and they are
just
talking about it, and they are like seriously hurt. It's like they haven't healed from it. It's not saying that the hurt should die, but they haven't healed from it. And that was more troubling to me, somebody that has taken advantage of going to therapy. That was more troubling for me to watch them like say the things they were saying. Like it just showed me that they was not healed from their experience. But at the same time, getting back off of that part, at the same time, I think that some of these women had a choice. And I feel like, I don't know if I watched enough, but I did not hear not one time these people say, oh, he made me stay. They say he made me feel like I had to stay. Like he manipulated my mind. We are in control of our own state of mind, and we got to take control back, because a man is manipulative. Is that the word? Yeah. They are. And I am too, as a woman. So, but I can manipulate a man if I wanted to. And I have done it. And it's his choice. You got a choice. And even if like they had the young girls that were like 14 years old, and this one girl, she's like, I was at his he was going to court for an accusation of him doing something to a young girl. She didn't want to believe that it was true. So she was at the court hearing at 14 years old.
At 14 years old, I was still in my mom's household. I couldn't probably leave the house by myself at 14 years old.
She was at the court hearing?
Every last one of them, she said. She was there because she didn't want to believe it. And then she said she spoke to him. And I don't know, I probably fell asleep after that. But however, she became a victim of it. Because she was going to the court hearing. Yes. So it's kind of like, you 14 years old.
So she knew what he capable of. And
what was your parents?
What
was your mom at 14 years old?
Sound like a parent probably coerced her into.
And the people around him in his company allowing 14 years old around him.
Like, and there was another girl that was like the was she Latino or something? The lady that she was at the mall and she seen him and she spoke or whatever, blah blah blah, and one of his workers basically, or friends, came back and gave her his number and was like, hey, R. Kelly wants you to call him. So she was like, her girl was like, girl, you better call him, and blah blah blah. She called him and it just went from there. So it's kind of like, but every last one of them was like, you know, who wouldn't do this? Like, I got this opportunity. I'm R. Kelly. Like, that's R. Kelly. Like, I want to, like, he told me to take my swimsuit off. He told me to do this. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to, you know, he's famous.
Those aren't victims. If they had their right mind and their right will and willingly went there to a grown man's house, they chose to be there.
But not
whatever his count was, whatever he said that they couldn't talk to each other and they couldn't go on a certain side of the house, however social media.
They was like that they were holding.
The little tidbits that come out that he had his own, like nobody could talk to each other, nobody could call their parents, and nobody could call whatever.
I never heard that he told them that they couldn't call their parents. I always heard that, I mean, I'm guessing.
However his system was, you was there by who? Did R. Kelly come and pick you up from your mom's house to make you come and stay at his house? I don't understand how they got there. That's the part.
I don't know. Did they have Ubers back then? I don't know.
Why would the girls be going?
So I mean, that's my
that was one of the singers. Like, what's her name? Sparkle.
Yeah, she was a backup singer, and her niece was a backup singer, and
her niece was
I'm
over
pretty
at
sure
the house.
she had some dealings with R. Kelly. She was a backup singer. She got what she wanted out of him, and then it so happened her niece was there, who was the one that got beat on.
Her niece came over.
That's when I got beat on.
She said that she went over there to the house and went over to R. Kelly's house, and her niece was there, and her niece was like, "Oh, I'm spending the night. He's going to have some younger kids like come over here, whatever, blah blah blah." How do you just say? How you just say you gonna spend the night at this grown man? If he's grown, why you just spend the night at this grown man house? Like, who does that? What parents? I'm just saying. I'm not defending R. Kelly because it's a enough people out here already that's like, R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that. Yes, if R. Kelly dealt with young girls and he was over a certain age and he dealt with people that was way under a certain age or whatever, because I don't know the real ages or whatever. Let's say he was 27, he slept with a 13-year-old. That's sick, but we've already acknowledged that this man is mentally ill, okay? But let's not, for the ones that willingly and knowingly went through, because we can't just sit there and just take away I think everybody have to acknowledge their own part in it, maybe. And we just can't take away that these women had a choice. Like, that girl had a choice to call. But she was like so out there by the fame. She was so shocked and happy by his fame that she was willing to do whatever because she wants to be a singer. That's why it's so important for you as a father to take your child, your children, your daughters out to different states, to different cities, to see different things and let them know, like, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. You don't have to have this quote unquote famous man to do it. Don't let him be the person that's going to make you lose all your morals and everything that I've taught you.
Because they never experienced anything. They never saw anything. So this man is making it all glorious and glamorous that, oh, I can experience this kind of life.
But he didn't even make that. If all he did is come and give you a phone, have his person. He didn't give you the phone number. He sent somebody to give you that phone number. And if you took it up on yourself, oh, I'm going to call him. Oh, I'm going to go to his house. Oh, this R. Kelly. Oh, I'm going to be famous. Oh, I'm going to get a song. Oh, whatever. You going to get
and plenty of them probably did it at the concert, like behind, oh, yeah, me and my girls getting invited behind the, how they do the VIP at the concert. Yeah. And that's how they got exposed to.
It all sucks. And if there are real victims out there, I really, really hope and pray that you guys feel comfortable enough to find somebody in your circle to be able to go and talk to and tell them about it. Like, don't think that you have to accept something that you don't want to accept. As I said, as a single woman, I got a choice. As a woman, I got a choice. As a man, you got a choice. Everybody has a choice. And it's something that you don't want to do. Call. They have hotlines. They have everything out there for you to get help with. Like, don't live with that guilt on yourself, because it's not going to do nothing but hold you back. And it's going to hold you back in ways that you didn't even know it was going to hold you back in. Like, I am speaking from experience, and you would think that because you brushed it under the rug, and it's okay. I do know that, you know, people hold stuff in. Like, people hold stuff in. It's not, I'm not against them for not saying it right away or whatever. I'm against the part that these people haven't taken accountability for nothing that they have actually done. Like, some of them dealt with him for years. Like, some of them, you seen that he was married and you checking in at the hotel on side of his wife. Those like, if that wasn't a reason for you to leave.
Those are sidelines. Those aren't victims.
You was playing your part. And it's like, oh, he manipulated us to make us think that we were the only one. Well, shit. When you around a man, Walker's car wash, Walker's towing, when you out here doing your thing, do you supposed to, you dating
her? Who the hell are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
You an example as a guy.
As a regular guy, because they try to make it seem like R. Kelly did something that was so like,
not
oh my
God. R.
God.
Kelly, but a regular non-celebrity.
Right.
Trying to make it seem like he did something that's like, oh my God. Like, he.
First of all, R. Kelly is sick, okay?
He is sick.
He's sick. He's a lot of guys who are sex addicts are sick too. And they don't, they lust a lot. They sex. They need help. All of them need help. Y'all probably be talking to, especially you, probably dated a lot of sick dudes that need help or whatever. But I don't put all blame on Kelly. You know, he just being a sick individual. And a lot of women see R. Kelly, this famous guy,
and not know that,
and they just drawn to it.
At 14 years old, I hope that you and me have more control over our children
exactly.
At that point.
My 12-year-old niece, I want to make sure she is monitored and not alone with a grown man at all times. I don't trust any grown man
no goddamn
around my 12-year-old niece.
don't trust nobody with your kids. Girls
and I tell her,
Right.
talk to me. If you can't take your mom, you
People
can't take
are
your dad. Tell TT. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to listen to you. I don't judge anybody. I don't want to hammer her head in off of decisions she make. She needs somebody to talk to and somebody to understand and listen to her. If she can't tell her mom, if she can't tell her stepdad, if she can't tell her grandmother, tell her TT and be that listening ear to help them through life problems that they can't go to certain people and talk to about. Somebody needs to listen to you. Somebody needs to hear you.
And there's always
Whatever
somebody
you're going
willing to listen, even if you feel like your parent or your mom or your dad, your cousin, your brother. If you feel like they don't understand, it's somebody out here that will listen to you. And I'm telling you, like, Google it. Contact us, CouchTAILS@gmail.com. Like, you can contact us at any moment and tell us about something, because you should never do something that you truly don't want to do. But some of the people that were victims on this show, I just do not agree with what they were saying. What?
I ain't saying anything. Tell somebody. Don't be. Oh, and another thing. If y'all got certain family members that are younger, that are like real reserved, don't talk a lot, don't interact with everybody else like they should, build a relationship with those ones. Because I like to talk to, like, my little cousins and stuff who like real reserved. I like to talk to them, girls and boys. I like to, hey, come here, come by, talk to me. Let's go get a burger or something.
Yeah.
Build that trust.
What? I heard something, and I don't know if it to be true. I'm gonna do more research, but I was listening to children that were victimized or telltale signs of little girls that had been molested or whatever. A sign is thumb suckers. Little girls that suck their
in my class, because I'm training to be an advocate for foster kids. That is a sign of abuse.
Because I was doing my research.
We were really shocked about that. I have it in my book.
Right.
It was that it's a sign of abuse. And it's kind of like, you would never think that because somebody sucks their thumb. Because I have friends. But it's also with other indicators. So don't go out there thinking, oh my gosh, my baby.
Sucked their thumb. No. I'm just saying, that was a sign.
Right.
It's kind of like a
soother,
but it's a soother for a different reason. Because a soother is for kids to suck their thumbs, but it's a soother.
Favorite blankie or something like that. It could be that reason too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It could definitely be that, but that is definitely true. But I am more upset with the parents, okay, of these young girls that were young. I am still upset with some of the people that were the victims that actually felt as if he did something and they didn't want to, or it didn't feel right. Like, one girl said that it was her first time having sex and it didn't feel natural. I didn't think it felt natural
when my first time.
I didn't. And now that I have the experience, I didn't think that it was natural either.
So a lot of them, with a camera in front of your face and $100,000 probably, or however much they offered them per episode. It was 6 episodes. I mean, you'll say a lot of stuff too to exaggerate.
You're gonna fabricate a lot to get that check.
So, yeah.
They ain't got nothing. A lot of that shit was fabricated. Don't believe everything y'all heard.
It's social media.
He need help.
And then, and it could be.
A lot of that stuff was fabricated.
And it could be, all
it was
social media.
too.
And why is it at this time, at this moment? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why is y'all broadcasting this?
You know why?
Time?
They wanted to distract off from what
Trump.
Obama trying to do.
Obama!
That is wrong. I just want to make sure y'all paying attention. What Trump's trying to do with these taxes.
Oh my God.
Build this wall, right?
He is the pettiest man.
Crybaby ever.
Trump is so petty, y'all.
Be careful what y'all say. You know them people knock on y'all door.
I knock on my door.
I'm not. Don't knock on my door, Trump.
Trump trying to Trump y'all.
Unless you paying these bills.
I wish you would. I want to slap the shit.
Unless you paying these bills.
You can't slap the president.
I will. I sit in jail. I do time.
Let the Mexicans do it.
Oh wow. But no, I think that was like, I've never been really into politics. Of course, when Obama did, when he was running, I did definitely like pay attention. I was on the night of the election. I'm writing down stuff and I'm like Googling and I'm looking into it. But I know for a fact that Trump is petty. I used to watch him on The Apprentice and I used to laugh all the time because he was so freaking silly. And he just used to say the craziest stuff all the time. So that was like really crazy to me. But now that whenever he just did this last little
shutting the government down.
Because
he ain't get a wall. And then he addressed the nation in the Oval Office. He addressed the nation for the fact because Democrats didn't fund his wall. When his whole campaign was about Mexican is going to fund this wall. And he's not getting what he wants. So guess what he does? He shut the government down because the Democrats not funding his wall. So now federal workers aren't getting paid. Their families aren't getting fed. Their bills aren't getting paid. And they suggest, hey, go get a payday loan. Hey,
what do you do?
Go get
do
a
you
loan.
quit? I ain't working
but your
for free.
furlough workers are being forced to work without pay.
Right.
Without pay.
And
it's day
everything
21,
back
22.
together.
This weekend is going to be 22 days without getting a paycheck.
They need to get it
So
together. I
you
need my
said they
income
are
tax.
going to pay him?
Yeah, they're going to pay him.
Back pay. But that's for the ones that's going to
pay.
stay. Who want to stay at a job that you might potentially not get paid anymore?
I mean, you're not going to probably find another job within that amount of time.
And they can't leave it. Like, who going to leave a
you
federal
can file
government
unemployment.
job anyway?
They can file for
I
unemployment.
would leave a federal
But
government
this
job
goes to show
if
you
I'm not going to get paid
They're gonna
for
pay
over
them.
month.
With this,
Like, who's going to pay my rent? Who's going to
Right.
pay my mortgage? Who's going
But
to pay
you
my
know what, though? Like,
this goes to show
banks, mortgage companies, everybody who's affected by this, they're being lenient towards them people.
Yeah,
like,
call.
They are.
They got
you
to
know,
call.
we
They
can
tell them to
help
call if you've been affected.
So maybe,
Right.
so maybe I can call and say,
Like, it'll
I work
be
for the
extended.
federal.
Yeah.
But
I can call
they
and say,
gonna
I
know
work
that
for
you
the
don't
federal.
work for the federal government.
They
Hey.
ain't gonna tell you what to do. But you
Color
You
people.
might get zero interest.
Color.
You might get a skip a payment day.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, talking about skipping a payment day.
What?
Credit advice.
Oh,
Confident consultants. Let me tell y'all something.
let's put on our confident consultant hat.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me get comfortable with this.
You gotta have good credit if you want things to
We're
work out for
gonna
you.
close this one out
Financially.
with this.
Now, let me
Let's go
say
deep
this.
with this one.
Let me say this.
Let's talk about this one.
I never thought that I would have the passion that I have behind Confident Consultants because I would have been stopped. I've had a lot of different plans and I've just quit those plans, but I love helping people reach their goals and helping people accomplish something that, you know, we all could actually have. And they have a law, the FCRA, that is on our side to help us make sure that everything on our credit report is 100% accurate. But let me tell you this. Whenever you're actively trying to get your credit repaired, you can't miss a payment. You cannot miss a payment. You miss one single payment, that's like 100 points. No lie. I've had somebody that I got in an account. He had a lot of missed payments.
It's happened to me. My score went down. I missed one payment. And it's happened 100 points.
Yeah. And I had somebody who I was working on, and I got his vehicle. It was a account that had a lot of negative payments, a lot of negative, like, missed payments or whatever. I got it removed. Score went up like 150 points. Bam. You up there, like, you almost in the 700. You good. You missed one payment. The dude went back to the 400s.
Wow.
So I'm like, one missed payment can ruin your life. Do you know that there are so many different, like, avenues that you can take? But before you know, and if I am your credit consultant, first of all if you got a credit consultant, a certified credit consultant at that. If you got a certified credit consultant that is not telling you different options for when life hits and helping you manage those things, you need to fire them, first of all. Holler at me. But
options.
there's options. There's things that you can do. You can call your creditors. I know I've been that person that did not want to call, even though they was a stranger on the other end of the phone. I was embarrassed to call and say, hey, I can't make this payment. Like, I'm embarrassed because I know I probably did something stupid and I probably spent my money on something stupid.
She didn't put in her planner that her date was due.
I got a new planner. Thank you so much to my clients. Like, my clients really, 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 really appreciate the help that I've been giving them. And I just posted one day that I needed a planner, and she brought me a planner today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. But back to the missed payments. So if you call your creditors and you let them know that, hey, like I'm having a bad time now, or whatever it is, give them a sob story. It doesn't matter. Tell them a sob story and let them know, like, I don't want this to affect my credit, but yet I don't want to miss a payment. Like, can I change my due date? Changing your due date is an option. Whenever you change your due date, it kind of manipulates the system a little bit. And you could actually miss like a whole month from just changing that one due date. So you change that due date, it's going to not affect that. It's not going to make you miss that payment. They can actually do that. And if you get one person, one representative, because they're just like me. They're a regular person. I may be having a bad day and I'm like, girl, F you. Like, I'm not worried about you. Boy, I ain't worried about you. Like, whatever. Call back and get another representative. Ask for a payment arrangement. If you call these creditors and you let them know what's going on, they will help you. I promise you. Don't just miss a payment. Like, see if you can get your payments lowered by any means. Like, pay extra, like, negotiate with them. Call them. Do not avoid them. Another thing, collection companies. People think that, oh, I got this collection company. I have somebody right now that was trying to, he's trying to purchase a home, and he has a collection company on his account. So he was like, I'm gonna pay it. Like, can I pay it? Like, can I just go ahead and pay it or whatever? And my first mind is, if you can pay these accounts, then why did they go to collections? like you calling me now if you didn't hire me to repair your credit, but you asking me, should I pay them? Why you ain't pay them at first? Like, what's the real reason behind why you didn't pay them at first? If you got the money to pay it, like, why you didn't? Somebody would be like, I didn't have it at that point in time. But never pay a collection. I don't care whatever it is. Never pay a collection account, because whenever you pay a collection account, it only updates the negative information, and it's still going to be negative. It's going to say pay collection. It's not, only way you pay a collection is if you get a pay for delete. That means that you're negotiating a payment for them to delete something, and they need to remove it totally from your account, because the collection account already has had so much damage to your credit as it is. So when you're paying it, these are people, just like you owe me. You owe Danielle Cha'Von, but Walker's is coming over here and trying to say, hey, you owe me $1,000. They come over and say, hey, you got to pay me $1,500, and, you know, the collection won't be there no more. You didn't take out the loan with him. You took out the loan with me. So you're paying somebody that did not have anything to do with it. So you're actually, like, losing out. Like, you're just giving free money to somebody. You can negotiate. He probably bought their debt for pennies. They buy, collection companies buy debt for pennies on a dollar. Okay? Like, for $1,000 debt, they probably bought it like $5, $10. Like, it's been something.
$14.99.
Yeah, like something
and
crazy.
And they buy in groups.
And now they are about to harass you for nothing. So just sit there and just keep calling your phone, and you answer. As soon as you answer the phone and you acknowledge the debt, when you acknowledge that you have this debt, guess what? They updating your profile. They updating it. Like, you acknowledge it. Like, you know that you got the debt. So they're about to keep harassing you or whatever. But you don't owe him. Your original creditor is me. You need to pay me. You need to negotiate with me. So whenever you have a collection company, work to get that repaired. Work to get that off your credit. Don't pay it. Only way to pay it is do a pay for delete. Never come out of all your money to pay for that. And if you ever need assistance with that, you can reach us at www.confidentcreditnow.com
or on Instagram at Confident Credit.
Yeah. So,
and you can catch us here at CouchTAILS. We talk credit, love, sex, money, everything here on the couch, on our Instagram, on Anchor, on YouTube, and all the other platforms you can find us there.
And you can find us, if you follow us at Confident Credit or even at CouchTAILS, you will be able to see our LinkedIn account, and you will be able to access all
Linktree.
Yeah.
Linktree.
Linktree.
With all links to all our.
You will be able to have links to every outlets or whatever. But we also have some special offers for you guys too.
Woo-hoo.
Just for you.
And what's your contact information, Mr. Walker?
It's Walker's Car Wash. I can do your car wash, full service detail if you need it. I get those babies stains out the seat.
What?
Get those baby stains out the seat. He trying to still play me, but that's okay.
Yeah, he needs your car wash.
I need my car wash. Can I get that? Can I get
At
that
Walker's Car Wash.
Okay.
We're gonna put that down below somewhere. Like
I don't
just
have
look
no
for it.
website. I'm ghetto fabulous.
That's all right.
He ghetto fabulous, but he gets the job done. And
Sure
then be
do.
the ghetto fabulous ones that will have your car spick and span. And
Yeah.
he has a full detail.
I can't wait to somebody bring theirs because it's gonna take a miracle.
Can I get this discount?
Yeah, you can get the full service discount starting at $49.95. You come on through and I take care of you.
What's the discount?
That's the discount.
What's the full price?
What's the full price?
$49.
$89.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So you guys, look, there's a special deal to get a full service detail.
You have to mention.
CouchTAILS. If
Yeah.
you mention CouchTAILS and you hit up Walker's Car
Car
Wash, you will be able to get a full detail for
Walker
$49.99.
Super Shine.
Walker Super Shine. Just ask for Mr. Walker and tell him, I got the coupon. I got the thing.
Or
and
just
that
say
is-
CouchTAILS.
Just say CouchTAILs. Like,
That's
I
a
mean,
coupon.
but CouchTAILs is a coupon. So what do you have?
I have my services there available at Confident Credit.
So what is your deal? What is your discount that we're offering to people?
You can
The
get-
viewers.
You can get
I
all
gotta do.
3 financial bundles: budgeting 101, get out of debt, and financial organizing for $75.
That's what's up.
$75.
I gotta do it.
That's a steal.
Bang.
And I'm also offering, this is the main thing, along with Ty, because we're both with Confident Consultants and Company, $49.99 off of your credit restoration services. You will see results within the first 30 days. There's no guarantees. I do not offer any guarantees, but I do offer a 90-day money back guarantee. So for right now, for a limited time, you will be able, if you hit us up at Confident Credit on Instagram and Facebook, or you even email us at info at confidentcreditnow.com and mention that you seen CouchTAILs, and this is CouchTAILs, you will be able to, because I've been drinking.
You talking in slow motion.
I'm talking in slow
I'm
motion.
like,
Y'all been
here we
drinking.
go.
It's my cocktail. But if you mention it, CouchTAILs, I promise you, $49.99 off, and you will not regret it. We have 3-month service plans. We have monthly plans. I got you. Check out all my results on there. The detail with Walker's Car Wash,
Walker Car Wash.
Confident Consultants, $49.99 off.
And all 3 financial bundles for $75. You have to mention CouchTAILs.
CouchTAILs up. CouchTAILs up.
Money.
CouchTAILs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed our conversation, and we are looking so forward to your responses and letting us know what you think about it. And follow us at CouchTAILs, COUCH, Tails as in cocktails, TAILS. And we will be, if you want to be a
guest,
if you want to be a
Like
guest
Mr.
co-host,
Walker.
a virtual co-host, or whatever the case may be, or if you have topics that you want us to discuss, or you want to hear Mel's input or whatever on it,
You want me to tell you about that nigga? I tell you.
tell them about that. Tell them about it, because they ain't no good. They ain't no good. Don't be single and thirsty.
That's why she ain't got one.
Don't be thirsty. I ain't thirsty.
Thank
See,
y'all
all
so
my
much for
cocktails
watching.
gone.
As always, we'll be here discussing credit, love, sex, money.
Money. Money. Thank you.
Peace.